Psalm 104. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, you are very great. You are clothed with splendor and majesty, covering yourself with light as with a garment, stretching out the heavens like a tent. He lays the beams of his chambers on the waters. He makes the clouds his chariot. He rides on the wings of the wind. He makes his messengers winds, his ministers a flaming fire. He set the earth on its foundations so that it should never be moved. You covered it with the deep as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains. At your rebuke they fled. At the sound of your thunder they took flight. The mountains rose, the valleys sank down to the place that you appointed for them. You set a boundary that they may not pass, so that they might not again cover the earth. You make springs gush forth in the valleys. They flow between the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field. The wild donkeys quench their thirst. Beside them, the birds of the heavens dwell. They sing among the branches. From your lofty abode, you water the mountains. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of your work. You cause the grass to grow for the livestock, and plants for man to cultivate, that he may bring forth food from the earth, and wine to gladden the heart of man, oil to make his face shine, and bread to strengthen man's heart. The trees of the Lord are watered abundantly, the cedars of Lebanon that he planted. In them the birds build their nests. The stork has her home in the fir trees. The high mountains are for the wild goats. The rocks are a refuge for the rock badgers. He made the moon to mark the seasons. The sun knows its time for setting. You make darkness, and it is night, when all the beasts of the forest creep about. The young lions roar for their prey, seeking their food from God. When the sun rises, they steal away and lie down in their dens. Man goes out to his work and to his labor until the evening. O Lord, how manifold are your ways! In wisdom you have made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. Here is the sea, great and wide, which teems with creatures innumerable, living things both small and great. There go the ships and Leviathan, which you formed to play in it. These all look to you, to give them their food in due season. When you give it to them, they gather it up. When you open your hand, they are filled with good things. When you hide your face, they are dismayed. When you take away their breath, they die and return to their dust. When you send forth your spirit, they are created, and you renew the face of the ground. May the glory of the Lord endure forever. May the Lord rejoice in his works, who looks on the earth and it trembles, who touches the mountains and they smoke. I will sing to the Lord as long as I live. I will sing praise to my God while I have being. May my meditation be pleasing to him, for I rejoice in the Lord. Let sinners be consumed from the earth, and let the wicked be no more. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Praise the Lord. What a beautiful psalm of creation is Psalm 104, just filled with beautiful images of the various types of creatures and the numbers of them and how they find their food in the providence and the goodness of God. In verse 5, the question is asked, or a statement is made, he set the earth on its foundations so that it should never be moved. Just think about that for a minute, the poetry and the imagery being portrayed. Charles Spurgeon commented on this verse in his exposition in the Treasury of David, Volume 4. He said, thus, the commencement of creation is described, that is, in laying the earth on its foundation so that it will never be moved, in almost the very same words that the Lord himself employs in Job chapter 38 and verse 4. Where were you, Job, when I laid the foundations of the earth? Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? And who laid the cornerstone thereof? And the words are found in the same connection also, for the Lord proceeds to say, when the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy, that it should not be removed forever. The language is, of course, poetical, but the fact is nonetheless wonderful. The earth is so placed in space that it remains as stable as if it were a fixture. The several motions of our planet are carried on so noiselessly and evenly that as far as we are concerned, all things are as permanent and peaceful as if the old notion of it resting upon pillars were literally true. With what delicacy has the great architect poised our globe? What power must there be in that hand which caused so vast a body to know its orbit and to move so smoothly in it? What engineer can save every part of his machinery from an occasional jar, jerk, or friction? Yet to our great world, in its complicated motions, no such thing has ever occurred. O Lord my God, thou art very great. What a tremendous reflection on the power of our Creator God. And so I want us to sing this hymn, I Sing the Mighty Power of God.